kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from New Era Field. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers. Now a handoff here to his running back. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
I want to highlight Telvin Smith, only the 3rd linebacker in Jacksonville Jaguar history to make a Pro Bowl, but not for that reason. When he came out of Florida State with his build, many were projecting him as a safety in the NFL. About 215 pounds. He's got a little bit bigger, but his ability to run and hit and make plays has made him one of the most valuable linebackers in the NFL. They made the right choice leaving him at that spot.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
319. Rip left, rip left.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Taron Johnson made the stop. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Throwing to start the drive. Weaver, this complete to Jones. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now let's take a look here at the Bills' offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Go now. 70, Indy. Go, 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Ready. Ready, go. Hand it over.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Brings up third down.
From the gun on third down, Weaver. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
first down. Weaver able to complete this one to McLeod. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He completes it to Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
60 yards.
He's brought down at the 37. Right here. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Weaver looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Weaver. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Weaver. Got an open man. It's McLeod. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Weaver. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Davante Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score them, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays. And I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ray McLeod, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Weaver. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Weaver. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ready?
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Weaver. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Cut.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Weaver, and that's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, Weaver. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
For the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Let's go. Do it.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Now Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Here comes the ball.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Go now. 8, read.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Go.
On first and 10, Weaver. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Ready.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Ready.
Back to throw. Weaver. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
53, check 53.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weaver. Open man. Higbee, the tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Go set. 15 line. 15 line.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Henry looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Weaver. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place. And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On play action, now Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they decline it as that will bring up 4. And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic. Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner. That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
50, play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensing the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Off play action. Weaver. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
Go now. 18 Gator.
No game on this defense, no game.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. This is Miller, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. Quick pass out to Miller. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And to give this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
65, 65, 65.
Off the play fake. Weaver looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running with Howard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
60 outlaw.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
To throw on third down. Weaver. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ray McLeod there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point try good by Gano, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rodgers again now. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On play action, it's Rodgers. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, but now it's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
50 seconds to mine. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 27-24. A minute 36 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. They'll look to throw. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 6 seconds now, 5 seconds. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Switch up, switch up. Hit it. Right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Weaver gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Well, part 1 is done, now part 2. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Well, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they have regained the lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Green Bay, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.